everyone! So I've been seeing a lot on YouTube where people have been doing videos of their top 10 favorite beauty products. So that sounded like something that would be kind of fun for me to do. So I've put together a list, or rather a whole collection of stuff that's available at the drugstore. It's mostly beauty items, and there's I think one body item and one thing for hair. So stay tuned and you'll see what my top 10 favorite drugstore products are. Okay, the very first thing that I grabbed when I went in to look for my top 10 favorite products, the first thing that I reached for is from Maybelline. It's the Sun Baked Neutrals 8 palette, and it has some really pretty colors in it. And I love that you get 8 different shadows for, I think it was $6.59, and then I had a coupon on top of that. So you get a really pretty, like an olive green here, a frosty white, a shimmery bronze, and this is a slightly shimmery brown, and it has, right there, it has gold shimmer in it. And this is a slightly shimmery taupe color, a matte medium brown. This is like a, I guess you would call it a bronzy shade. It has a little bit more copper in it though, very metallic shade. And this is a sparkly, or rather shimmery olive green. And they just make some really pretty color combinations. I can swatch these on a couple fingers for you. Very pretty shades. Next is from L'Oreal's Hip line. It is the Showy Duo, which has this aqua colored, it's like a metallic aqua. It's got some really nice shimmer and really nice formula to it, I think. This one's really smooth. However, this one down here, it's a matte navy shade. It's not as smooth as it could be. Let me swatch these for you. But I think if you use it wet as a liner, it works a lot better. So that's the navy. Yeah, it doesn't have the best formula to it. And this one's the really smooth one. And that makes a really pretty look when you're doing like a nighttime dramatic kind of look. Next is from Maybelline. It's the XXL Extensions Mascara, and the label is actually worn off of here, but I'm sure it's in the darkest black that they make. So on side one is the primer, which I used at first, but I don't know, it didn't start drying up or anything. I just decided to start using the mascara by itself, and it works just as well. And it takes a lot less time because you have to wait for the primer to dry. So this is what the brush looks like. It's nothing really special, but the formula gives you a lot of volume, length, extension, hence the XXL Extensions name. But it's just a mascara that I kind of fell in love with. So I have kind of been playing around with the Pulse Perfection mascara, and I like it, but I don't love it. It's pretty good for lengthening and for darkening, but for volume it doesn't quite do it for me. So I just like the XXL Extensions. I think I'm going to stick with that. The next item is from Maybelline. It's the Moisture Extreme Lip Liner in red. Pretty self-explanatory. And what I actually do with this is, I have it on right now, I just put on some lip balm. It doesn't matter if it's tinted, clear, whatever, you'll just get different effects. And put the lip liner on, smooth it around, and then you have kind of a stain, or like a red tinted lip balm. So it doesn't have the shine that like a red lip gloss would. So I think it's a lot more subtle and pretty, and just I think it looks really pretty for winter especially. Next is the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder, and I have that in translucent. This is really good for setting your makeup after you do your foundation, and also like when you don't want to catch anything down in here, you put the really thick stripe on before you do your eye makeup just to catch anything that might be falling. My next item is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips, and I have this one in Vegas Strip. Here it is. It has 5 different shades, ranging from, this is like a more of a copper shade, and goes all the way to like a light creamy gold. These are all very shimmery, metallic, just really pretty, and I don't really use them for bronzer just because they are so shimmery and metallic, but I'll take them one by one to do a really pretty eye look, like a summer bronze. and I think that looks really great. They have really great staying power, and they're really, really smooth. And next is the Jane Be Pure Mineral Blush in Rose Satin. I'm not even sure if they make this anymore, but I really, really love the color. It gives you a nice, soft, pinky peach glow. Kind of like what I wanted NARS Orgasm Blush to do, but this doesn't have nearly the amount of the shimmer and like almost the glitter, gritty glitter that Orgasm does. This just leaves a nice, pretty glow. So this is the shade. You can see it has a little bit of a shimmer in it, but it's nothing garish like NARS Orgasm is, or at least how I found it to be. Next is the NYC New York color. It's called the Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder, and I have this in Pink Berry. So you just swirl all the shades together and then use that as your cheek color. Really pretty for like a, how do they say it? It's kind of cliche, like the just came in from a run, or you were outside in the cold and you came in, like that kind of like flush. Really pretty pink flush. My next item is a hair product. It's the Tresemme 24-Hour Body Hairspray. And at first I just got this figuring as I'd use it as like the last touch after I was done styling my hair, whether I was curling it or straightening it or whatever, just to keep the style. And I've actually been using it as the only hairspray that I use when I style my hair. It doesn't, I wouldn't say that it holds 24 hours, but it does hold a really long time. And it leaves like a bounce, like it doesn't weigh hair down, and it still allows it to be flexible, because one thing I really, really hate is crunchy hair that you can't, well, it doesn't really matter if you can't run your fingers through it, but just that really stiff, crunchy look I hate. The next item I chose was the Nivea Sun-Kissed Beautiful Legs, and I'm sure this is the fair toned one because I am very fair. I do only use this on my legs for the most part because I have more color up on my arms than I do on my legs, just from, you know, being outside. This, however, does not turn orangey on me, which is a huge factor. Like almost everything else that I've tried from the drugstore will give me big orange streaks or like brown spots, patches on my knees or my ankles, and that's not cute. So I really like this one. It doesn't have as bad of a smell. I don't mind the smell at all. It's like they combined it with a little bit of a floral scent, so it's really not that bad at all. So yeah, and if I have one shout out for my favorite kind of drugstore product but not available at the drugstore, it would be Kirkland, aka Costco brand, their daily facial cleansing towelettes, which is actually what I've been wiping my fingers off on after I swatch something. I use these every single day to wipe off all my makeup, my eyeshadow, lip gloss, lipstick, mascara, whatever. I never have to use more than one wipe because it really does take off everything with just one. And they're super cheap, like $14 for 150 of them, something like that, which is outstanding compared to MAC and some of the other brands that have basically the same thing and even the same ingredients. I've kind of looked up on that. It says for all skin types, and I honestly have not had a breakout since I started using it. I have like hardly any makeup on right now. I have like some powder, but I have no blemishes or anything, and it's all since I started using these. I don't really know if that has a whole lot to do with it or if it's just what I've been eating or drinking more water or whatever, but yeah. The product that I was using before, which I'm not going to name, I was actually breaking out from that, so as soon as I switched to these, I'm a happy camper. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.